Hey everyone, my name is Gary Yao, and today I would like to give you a market update and why values in home prices are not going to plunge as everybody is led to believe. Now, many believe that the rapidly slowing housing market will lead to a crashing in home values. Yet, the facts do not support this theory. No crash around the corner. Housing data illustrates that there's not a housing crash on the horizon. According to researchers at Penn State University, only 8% of the things that people worry about come true. From finances to job security to relationships to health. Worry is everywhere. The collective mind seems to almost always jump to the worst case scenario. It seems as if nobody is immune to worry. With strong inflation numbers, Wall Street volatility, and soaring high interest rate, panic and worry is in the air. So, many are jumping into the immediate conclusion that as housing slows, values will eventually plunge like they did during the Great Recession. They recall how home values surged from 2000 to 2006, only to plummet after the subprime meltdown in March 2007. Everyone remembers the deep scars from the worst recession since the Great Depression. Even though so many are anticipating and reporting that the housing crash is imminent, it simply is not going to occur. Not now, not in the foreseeable future. Now, why not? Collectively, homeowners across the country are sitting in as much a different position prior to the Great Recession compared to where they stand today. To best understand the differences, let us take a closer look and compare the two. First, the direction of housing has everything to do with supply and demand. Prior to the Great Recession, inventory climbed to over 5 times where it stands today. There was a glut of homes in the market. Like today, demand was low, but that was due to the deterioration of lending standards. When low demand was pit against a glut of available homes, the market lined up heavily in favor of buyers and prices sank. Back then, there were low or no down payment, fraudulent lending practices, and loose lending standards, and also programs, allowing anyone to get a loan and purchase a home. Anyone with a purse, with a pulse actually, could get a loan and be a proud homeowner. The average FICO score back then was 681. Compare that to today, where buyers are purchasing with higher down payments, tighter qualifications, and lending standards. And the average FICO score for a buyer is 745. Cash out refinances accumulate for years leading up to the Great Recession. Yet, today, pulling cash out has been plunging as rates have climbed. There's plenty of tappable equity and are far more homeowners who own their homes free and clear today. Back in 2007, homeowners were upside down, owing more than the home were worth. Banks were in control of the housing market as there was a wave of foreclosures and short sales that lasted years because of enduring poor lending standards. Today, the delinquency rate is at its lowest since we start tracking, much lower than the average 2000 to 2005. Looking at now versus then, side by side, it is easy to understand why the two time periods are completely different. Since the Great Recession, home buyers have been stronger, with the vast majority of homes sold over the last couple of years procuring multiple offers. You can see how Darwinism has taken place to a survival of the fittest. Only the strongest buyers have been winning. Good credits, money in the bank, good jobs. It would be impossible to build an inventory that resemble the glut of homes available from 2006 through 2011. Today's 4,600 homes level is 74% less than the height reached in 2007 of nearly 18,000 homes. The inventory right now is 15% less than the 3-year average between 2007 and 2019. And even back then, inventory was a shortage. When things were kind of normal, prior to COVID. Back then, home values were methodically climbing each year. Yet, supply is rising, demand is lowering, and housing market is slowing. The number of offers we receive is dropping. The number of offers over asking price is falling. Sales are down. The number of price reductions have been steadily climbing, and the pace of housing, the expected time in market, meaning the amount of time between the for sale sign is hammered to open escrow, has slipped from an insane sales market, meaning less than 40 days in March when it was 19 days. Now it's changing to a slight sales market between 60 and 90 days. Today, it will take 78 days to sell a house from the time this for sale sign is put up to the close of escrow. It is about to slip right now to a slight sales market. Later this year, it's expected to decelerate to a balanced market. That means that the time to sell a house will be 90 to 120 days. A market that does not favor either buyers or sellers. So it's going to be very well balanced. That's at least what we see if things are continuing at this rate. And if mortgage rates remain elevated at 5.5 or more, it will most likely become a slight buyer's market between 120 to 150 days by year's end. Yet, in 2007, the expected market time surpassed 400 days. That was a deep buyer's market. Now, a buyer's market is when it's over 150 days, when home values sank. Now, even if housing were to slip into a slight buyer's market, it will have to come at a level for months before prices start to decline. And any declines will be small. There's a real stickiness to home values. Very few sellers are really have to sell sellers. Homeowners are in a very strong position with plenty of equity, low mortgage rates, high credit score, good jobs, and money in the bank. So if they want to sell, it's because they want to sell. They don't need to. There will be plenty of reason to panic for anyone in this market. But one thing that you could be certain of is that values will not plunge. My name is Gary Yao, and I will talk to you soon.